Son of a... In this trilogy of reviews for shows I have dearly underestimated, if there is one series here that I regret underestimating the most, it's Amphibia. Created by Matt Braley? I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. The show premiered in 2019 to near universal acclaim and a growing fan base. While it was a series that passed by my eyes many times, I promptly ignored it. I wish I knew why, but there you go. Maybe the controversy surrounding Star vs. the Forces of Evil's ending was still fresh, and I didn't want to follow a series that was going to poo-poo its ending, or nothing about the promotional artwork got my attention in a positive manner for whatever reason, which is particularly weird considering my comments about the artwork that will come later on. At any rate, the show was popular, and I turned away from it with no interest like the uncultured swine that I am. It was after my surprise with the Owl House and my anticipation for season 2 of that show that I finally decided to sit down and give Amphibia a shot. After all, we were still in a lockdown, though debatably we never left it at the time of this video, and I had nothing to lose other than a half hour of my time. That half hour became an hour, that hour became 2 hours, and within a few weeks, I finished season 1 by the time season 2 was about to hit its finale, and I binged season 2 in less time, maybe a few days at most. I was floored by Amphibia. I wasn't just surprised, I was blown away about how wonderful of a show this is. It's charming, frequently hysterical, expressively animated, has relatable characters, fun and exciting stories, a delicious sense of humor, ear-to-ear smiles during every episode, and a wonderful helping of surprise emotion when you least expect it. Amphibia is a 10 out of 10 series, and I cannot wait for more! So, for those not in the know, Amphibia is about the adventures of Anne Boonchoy, a young woman who is transported into the titular world of Amphibia through a magical box she took for her friends Sasha and Marcy. The three were transported, but Anne wakes up by herself and with the box in hand. As she tries to adjust to her new surroundings and journeying to find a way back, she runs into the Planters, Sprig, Polly, and Hop Hop. Naturally, they are scared of her, but decide to take her in, and through their time together, they become something of a surrogate family. The overarching storyline for Season 1 is about Sasha, while Season 2's overarching storyline concerns Marcy. Like the previous two shows, I don't want to go too deep into spoilers, but I will say is that there are some good turns along the way, and isn't afraid to go into darker territory. So much so that the Season 2 finale began with a warning about its content to younger viewers. The thing that drove me to love the series as much as I do is in the main character of Anne Boonchoy. No, not in the "whoa, waifu" since she's 13 or 14. Jesus Christ, what kind of person do you think I am? No! No. It's not like that. I swear. God. If I may compare Amphibia to the Owl House for a second, Anne and Luce are fairly similar in the approach. Two weirdos and outsiders sent into an unusual world and befriend a cast of other weirdos and outsiders, and get into crazy situations along the way. But where I felt some of Luce's antics felt a tad forced, Anne's felt organic, and never took me out of the story. Her drive to want to find her friends and return home also helps to ground the journey, and bring in not only additional stakes, but also additional characterization. While she enjoys her time in Amphibia, there's the worry in the back of her mind at all times that her friends may not be having as much fun as she is, and every second she wastes time is every second that her friends may be in danger or frightened by the world around them. However, Anne also has faith in her friends' abilities, or likes to think on the bright side, which is why she sometimes spends episodes relaxing or going on adventures not connected to the main storyline. It's in these moments where I feel her character truly shines, with her behavior often coming across as madcap and audacious, with moments that surprise and cause me bouts of hysterical laughter. What's wonderful about her character is that she's not stranger than the people around her, but she fits right in. Every crazy thing that she does is matched by something the Planters or other characters do, and it's through that weirdness that their familial bond begins to grow. Sometimes she would do something unbecoming of her newfound family, but most of the time they are completely in sync, making for believable chemistry and camaraderie. Her character design is great, with her always missing a shoe on her right foot, and even when she changes outfits such as wearing a dress for a party or wearing workout gear, she's still missing a shoe on the right foot. The twigs in her hair are a constant visual motif and almost never go away, and even when they do, they often appear again soon afterwards. And there is a wonderful use for them in Season 2 that makes their constant appearances worth it. The Planters are all endearing characters in their own right, with each of them following a goofball archetype, but never in a way that comes across as annoying or similar to one another. Hop Pop likes order in his house, but isn't afraid to get into his own set of troubles. Sprig loves fun and excitement, but the show also gives him moments of seriousness and doubt, while Polly is the most unhinged of the group, with her constant calls to action and choosing violence over everything else. Comical violence, of course, this is a kid's show. For the most part. Like I said before, we do end up meeting Sasha and Marcy, with Sasha in Season 1 and Marcy in Season 2. Both have their own character arcs, and while I would have liked to have seen more of Sasha in Season 1, Season 2 does improve upon this, while also giving equal attention to Marcy, giving them both dimension and relatability. Their stories, combined with Anne's, touch upon realistic issues like toxicity, loneliness, and a sense of belonging, but never in a way that feels overwritten or jarring in their inclusion. It helps to give them character flaws that once again ground the fantastical story, but also to give them emotional arcs, even as the show delves heavier into the comedic adventure tone. In turn, the emotional core often snuck up on me, much like how I felt about Hilda's emotional core, only much more surprising here. Scenes of characters showcasing their doubts and concerns, and even breaking down into tears caught me off guard, but hit me in the gut all the same. Because even though this is a crazy, fun adventure, in the end, there's a human element to Amphibia as well. Not just about having a blast and getting into crazy shenanigans, but a story of family and belonging, and coming to terms with the changes that life throws your way. That's the true heart of the show, and the writing, voice work, and animation have been nothing but stellar in pulling off this intention. And the music. Oh my god, I can't believe I almost forgot talking about the music. The music is incredible. I mean, it's not big, bombastic, Junkie XL, Mad Max Fury Road, Zack Snyder's Justice League, eardrum-splitting madness, but it's as perfect of a score I've heard in a Disney Channel series yet. The theme is stuck in my head, and the music as a whole fits the world and characters perfectly. It hits that right note of whimsical adventure and occasional dramatic weight to the action scenes that make every moment feel engaging. The Season 2 finale really kicks it into overdrive and delivers on music that wouldn't sound out of place in a mega-budget, big-screen, silver-screen epic. It gets that good. Almost makes me wish for an actual Amphibia movie. Alas. Season 2 ended a couple months ago, and Season 3 has just been announced for release in October. While the Owl House will have an ending, albeit a shortened one, and Hilda's future is still uncertain after the upcoming Netflix film, Amphibia was intended as a 3-part series, and Season 3 will hopefully serve as a fully realized final chapter in the saga. Even though my time with the series has been short, it was a wonderful journey that I hope is concluded in the most satisfactory manner possible. I await with anticipation to see what becomes of Anne, the Planters, and other characters, and I hope that's as amazing as everything that came before it. Actually, you know what? There's another series I want to talk about, and it's